President Biden visited Wilkes-Barre to speak on the passage of his bipartisan gun safety legislation earlier this year after massacres in Buffalo, New York, and Uvalde, Texas. Biden making a blunder during this speech has been viewed more than 2 million times on social media. President Joe Biden has faced a significant backlash after comments from his latest speech on guns have gone viral on social media. Biden made his speech during an address in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, where he spoke about his crime prevention plan and how he plans to bolster the police departments of the U.S. The president also took a shot at what he called brave right-wing Americans for their support of gun rights. He said, to take on America, these right-wing individuals would need F-15 aircrafts. Now Biden, for those brave right-wing Americans, if you want to fight against the country, you need an F-15. You need something little more than a gun. A clip of this moment has been viewed over 2 million times across multiple Twitter pages. It also resulted in attacks against Biden, with some saying the president suggested the American government would use F-15s on the civilian population. Other critics made comparisons to Afghanistan and the US's poorly managed withdrawal from the country after years of fighting the Taliban. During the speech, Biden said, "Right now, you can't go on and buy an automatic weapon. You can't go out and buy a cannon. And for those brave, right-wing Americans who say it's all about keeping America independent and safe. If you want to fight against the country, you need an F-15, something a little bit more than a gun. Think about the rationale we use, that's used to provide this, and who are they shooting at? They're shooting at these guys behind me," Biden said in reference to the police. Conservative author Bridget Gabriel questioned Biden's intentions with this statement. Joe Biden says Americans need an F-15 to truly stand up against government tyranny. Is that his way of saying he supports using military force on U.S. land against U.S.? Joe Biden says Americans need an F-15 to truly stand up against government tyranny. Is that his way of saying he supports using military force on U.S. land against U.S. citizens? Tennessee congressional candidate Robbie Starbuck made a similar comment and tweeted the video. He's tactically threatening Americans, and what he's saying is nonsense. He wants us defenseless as crime and tyranny surge, he tweeted. For those brave right-wing Americans, if you want to fight against the country, you need an F-15. You need something little more than a gun. Joe Biden, he's tacitly threatening Americans, and what he's saying is nonsense. He wants us defenseless as crime and tyranny surge. The conservative activism organization Young Americans for Liberty also shared the video and criticized Biden. Joe Biden mocks patriots who correctly state the Second Amendment was written to allow the people to defend the nation from a tyrannical government, Young Americans for Liberty tweeted. If you want to fight against the country, you need an F-15. You need something little more than a gun. Other critics reiterated how the Taliban was able to fight back against America despite not having F-15s. GOP social media and digital strategy staffer Alex Sears tweeted, "The Taliban did not have F-15s and Joe Biden ceded Afghanistan to them 1 year ago." Florida Governor Ron DeSantis' press secretary, Christina Pushaw, also came to the same conclusion and criticized the president. "I mean, the Taliban didn't need an F-15, Pushaw tweeted. "I mean, the Taliban didn't need an F-15. Newsweek has contacted the White House for comment. In late May, Biden said a 9mm bullet blows the lung out of the body while discussing options on gun legislation. Biden made the remarks while speaking to reporters outside the White House, a day after he and First Lady Jill Biden visited Uvalde, Texas, to comfort families who were impacted by the school shooting. Biden's remarks prompted many to take to Twitter to point out that 9mm rounds are typically used in handguns, not high-powered rifles. Some ridiculed the president for the damage he said 9mm ammunition could do. A 9mm bullet blows the lung out of the body has to be one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Why do the people who know the least about guns want to yap their gums the most about guns?